Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today we've got a real-life location, one of those that makes me think, oh, now there's an idea. Because there are a lot of real-life locations on the workshop and a lot of them are, yeah, okay, never heard of it, or, alright. But this one, I think this is one of those that had to be done. And today's creator has gone and done it. Not only that, with their own very own custom theme and LUT, no less. So if you're looking for a desert map based on a real life location, this could be the one for you. But first of all, this. That's right, a little bit of finger exercise really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for that support. Today's map is Las Vegas by benzoll. Now, we've done benzoll once in the past, episode 1048. It's now 1084. Shades of George Orwell there. Okay, what have we got in the way of Start Square? Pretty much what you'd expect. It's Las Vegas, okay? Pretty much what you expect. There's your terrain heights taken from a terrain height map, and looks pretty good for it, I've got to say. And then you have resources. They're a little bit light, but I think today's map is more about building a grid city. Yep. And then if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, why are you looking at a desert map? That's my only question. All right. Off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, apparently, actually, we do need Sunset Harbour for this map, and that is down to having no access to running water in and around the map mostly. So you'll want to have inland water collections. So there we go. We'll be using the Desert Epsilon theme, which is made by benzoll, and one of the Epsilon LUTs. I went with the tropical version. Doesn't say which one we should use, but I went with the tropical. Again, made by benzoll. So, yeah, we've done benzoll once in the past, episode 1048. On that occasion, they got 8 stars, which was 3 for aesthetics, 3 for gameplay, and 2 for detail. And while I don't instantly remember the map, those stats to me say that, well, aesthetically it was okay. Yeah, no problem. Gameplay, it was okay, no problem. Probably needed a little bit of cleaning up with the details. It's fine. And you're going to find pretty much the same with today's map. I don't think we've really made leaps and bounds with this creator, but it's a playable map that looks okay. With 1 or 2 things you probably want to fix, and that's about it. Like this little bit of elevated to highway here, where, I mean, I don't mind little areas like this sometimes, but it just doesn't feel, it looks like it was quickly drawn rather than by design. Then we have our Wishbone Intersection. Ah, they're so pretty. Not really. Then if we go down this way, this is probably the worst area for this, but we've got some grasses on the road there, which, again, that's one you should always delete any foliage on the road before you actually go and place it down, because it remains there, and if somebody's got anarchy switched on, they will show through. And of course, trees underneath roads are still counted as trees as well, so it will take part of your tree count, your allotted tree count up as well. Yeah, a vanilla cloverleaf, and it's a perfectly fine intersection. I have no real beef with the cloverleaf, really. It's a little bit of encroaching foliage there, but it's as intersections go, I mean, it's not pretty, but it's going to do the job, isn't it? And this is the thing with the cloverleaf, it's going to do the job. It'll handle a decent amount of traffic. Now, the highways are a little bit loose. Like here, we've got a highway bridge, which is just leaning over to the left a little bit before coming back to ground, back over to the right, just a little bit off centre. And then a little bit of wiggly waggly here and a little bit of jinky janky there as well. It's going to be pretty much like this. I'm not going to show you every highway. There's a reasonable amount of highways on the map, and I've actually been and had, loving this intersection, by the way. Again, it's a plopped one, but it's a really good choice, and I've got no issues with it. I've had a look for pillars and clipping street lamps and all that sort of stuff. No issues at all. Really nicely done. But yes, I've had an actual look at, because Las Vegas, what do I know about Las Vegas? Yeah, other than a bit of gambling and boys' weekends, that kind of thing. And the thing that, a bit of an up and over rail bridge there, but we're looking at the highways. The thing I realised was I don't know that much about it. I mean, I know that the water source is via the Colorado River and sort of like pumping water across and canals and stuff. So yeah, I know a little bit of that, and I do remember reading a bit of history on it, but that was a long time ago. It's long since evaporated out of my brain. Again, intersection there looks hand drawn to me, doesn't look too bad. And so yeah, now I thought, I'm just going to have a look. Went to Google Earth, and I haven't tried to marry it up with this map because, to be honest with you, I don't think it really matters that much. A little bit of drift between the highways here. But yeah, I don't think it really matters that much whether it marries up exactly. But what I found was, when I looked down with Google Earth, it looks very much like Cities Skylines. It does. I mean, proper grid city, square grids as well. And if you have a look, I promise you, go and have a look some of the extremes, the newer areas, the blocks that have just been brought into and are slowly but surely spawning in buildings. It feels very much like City Skylines. The railway is a little bit uppy downy, and a little bit of encroaching foliage there as well. And also, this isn't terrain conforming foliage, so keeping it off of the slopes is a good shout, really. Like, we've got a little bit that's hanging over the cliff edge there. We're not going to look into that in too much detail. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, as always, like with all maps, it is what it is. But yes, it's a map that I look at it and I think, you know, if you're not, I mean, I think the polite way of that, I'd say not a totally invested city builder. You just want to have a go at like a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours or whatever, doing a speed build of Las Vegas, and this map will suit you absolutely fine. If you want something really pretty with no issues, some perfect rail or whatever, true realism, then you're going to have to do a lot of fixing with this map before you get started. But not everybody wants to do that. So a lot of people are quite happy with something that will work. And generally, I mean, if you squint a little bit, this looks great. It does. I'm quite happy with it. The amount of foliage I'm quite happy with as well. There's not much variation, but I don't think that really matters too much. And those cacti, I'm sure they are in their abundance in the deserts, but because I've probably never, I know I've never seen one in the wild, it just doesn't really sing to me, those cacti, but there you go. We've got some sidings with, of course, everybody's favourite factories. The only reason why we came down this siding was so that I could get my singing boots on. And yeah, catenaries, no issues. There's no catenary chaos at all. But, I mean, and this one, I could have gone and switched them off using the catenary replacer mod. Because while I was actually down having a look at Las Vegas, I noticed, and to no real great surprise, that there are no catenaries. It seems to be in North America, because obviously long stretches, it's diesel trains, isn't it? It's diesel, and previously steam. Could have done with a pillar in the middle of that flyover, I feel, that bridge there. And it was very uppy downy. You could have transitioned a lot more smoothly. But again, if it, only you will know if it matters to you. Does it matter to me? It depends. I guess it depends what sort of mood I'm in. If I was going to do, again, if I fancy playing on this map for, you know, just an evening, I'm not going to spend weeks and weeks and weeks building a beautiful recreation of Las Vegas. I just want to play for it on the evening. I'd be quite happy with this. If I wanted to spend weeks on it, then I probably would want to do a lot of editing to it first, and then there we are. But this is where the detailing score comes in. A little bit of a dip down here on the rail. The rail should stay level. And the highway should either go up and over or down and under. Usually. There are some exceptions to the rule. It's always been brought to my attention, but generally that's how it would be. More encroaching foliage here, some more sidings. There is a quarry here. That's one of the few other things I managed to spot as I was following the rail across the metropolis that is Las Vegas. And it does look and feel that they've got the theme and LUT about right, I feel. So again, credit to benzoll for, I mean, making your own theme and LUT. I mean, come on. How many map makers do that? I can think of a handful. Not even that. I could count them on one hand and still have things left over, and a thumb for that matter. So anyway, I think we're about at the edge of the map, which means we'll take the intermission, we'll come back, we'll check the shipping routes. Do you reckon there'll be shipping routes on today's map? Now think very carefully before you answer this one. Think very, very carefully. Will there be shipping routes? We'll find out in just a few short moments.
Want to add a custom hedge maze to your park but don't have the time to build one? Why not try BonBonB's modular hedge maze set? This guide will show you how to select and use the right units. Click the information button below.
And so back to Las Vegas by benzoll. Right, we have an air route. We have an air route, just this one over this side of the map. There are actually 3 airports in Las Vegas. The international one's at the other side of the map. I'm assuming that connects up. I've not tested it. But the other 2 are up this end, so you'll have no problem at all. Shipping. Of course there's no shipping. Don't be stupid. No shipping on today's map. What do we have though in ways of water flow? Well, not really much in the way of water. We do have this this little area down here with this river. I mean, this feeds down into... In fact, if you were to carry this off the map and probably about another tile distance, you'd get to the Hoover Dam. This is where we are in the world. The Hoover Dam territory. This is why we have a lake here, I imagine. It's being held up by the great work. Not the world's biggest dam by today's standards, but still a solid monument to workmanship, American workmanship. There you go. That's Las Vegas. That's what you want to see, isn't it? What have we got going on? We've got... Now, this is a rail yard lake. I thought that's a little bit too dipped down, isn't it? And I went and had a look again in Google Earth, and it is actually dipped down. Maybe not quite that much, but close as. So, credit for that. This is one of the other bit more encroaching foliage there. One of the other landmarks, which I do believe this is the Vegas Strip. So, yeah, if you've been to Vegas, you've probably been to this road. And you probably know it way better than I'm even pretending to know it. So there we go. What more? What other things have we got? Lots of flat build space where you'll be doing grid city. I mean, just big grids, big square grids filling this area up, and it will look just like Las Vegas, because it just will. We do have some backdrop. We've got some really lovely textured mountains, and I think again the theme works really well. So benzoll, take 5 out of 5 for your theme. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. Be proud of the theme and the work you've done with it, and hopefully I've used what would be your choice of LUTs, because the Epsilon LUT pack's got 3 LUTs, I do believe, and yeah, I chose the one that I thought would fit best. What more have we got? Oh, go on then. It's another everybody's favourite factory. We've got a few of these dotted around. And they do actually, I think they add to the environment a little bit on today's map. Otherwise it would be quite boring. So, yeah, credit for dotting a few of those in here and there. And then here's your start square. This is where it's all going to happen, or it's all going to start happening. And somewhere down here, they're very small, but they are a beauty. Quirky, of course, because it's Saturday. It's the quirky asset of the week. It's the Clock Monument set by Takamon. Now what you get here are 3 of these holders and 3 different types of clocks. This one with the Roman numerals. No, that one with the Roman numerals, sorry. The middle one with the Arabic numerals. I think we call them Arabic, or Euro-Arabic, I guess we call them. And then on the end we have a modern one with no numerals on it at all. And of course you can just put them together in any combination that you like. And we'll do factoids, because factoids. To make 1 pound of honey, bees must collect nectar from over 2 million separate flowers. Busy as a honeybee. So yes, yeah, I do like a bit of honey. Just every now and then. Not a big eater of honey. A little bit of a thin scraping every now and then on toast, just as a treat. But very rarely do I have honey in the house. But let me know your opinion on honey. Okay, Clock Monument set by Takamon. I think that's really good work. Really very nice work. Really glad to see it, and great creator. I say great creator, first time we've ever seen them on the show, but if they carry on like that, there's no doubt they will go down as being one of the current cream of the crop. Right, okay, what do you think of today's map? This is the question of the day. Tough one, I think, today for you guys to rate on, because you get one rating number, I get several. But if you'd like to let me know, click the I button top right hand corner. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Just decide before I set up this camera. It took me a while to get a shot that I was quite happy with. That will do. So, today's map. Aesthetically, it's okay. It's okay. It is not polished. It's not super polished. But it certainly looks like the area it's meant to represent. It doesn't want to take me to the next level. But it's solid. And I can't mark it down. So I'm going to give it a slap down the middle 3 stars because it's solid. Detailing. It needs work. It needs work here and there. But not too much. Most of it is just a little bit of fiddle and deleting of a bit of foliage here and there. And it's a little bit untidy with the highways. But I'm going to go for a medium-high 2 stars. Gameplay potential. If you're looking to build Las Vegas and you're not too worried about the minutities of details, you'll like this one. It'll work for you. I think it's playable. I'm going to give it a slap bang middle 3 stars. I can't really mark it down. Las Vegas by Benzoll is today's map, and it's solid. It's not gone to the next level. Do you need to go to the next level? It depends on who you, the player, are. If you're looking for the polished map, and I know there are a lot of map snobs watch this show. I'm one of them. But there are a lot of who would never play on a map like that, but there's a lot that would. So there we are. Anyway, if you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the word of the day into the comments and score yourself some population points just for fun. And we'll be back with another map on Monday. Have a great weekend.